And we are live. Welcome into the Arena Productions Live for Monday, November 13th, 2023. I'm your host, Expat, with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming. Welcome back, Burley. We've been off for a week. My back gave out on me last week, and I just had to rest. I could not do any kind of real content creation stuff. It's it just went out on me, man. And so I could hardly bend, hardly move around. So, been feeling much better the past couple of days. So it's time to get back to it. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, but Expat, you shouldn't lie. You were fighting Bane. He got you in the back hole. Just a minute. You're Japanese Batman.
No, man. It's like I was fighting Kiryu, yeah. So it's like, and I was hoping Yagami and Kaito would come and back me up, but they just didn't. Yeah, and so I got smashed in the back. It's like, actually, I'm playing Gaiden right now. The man who erased his name. Yeah, I started playing that. I finished the first chapter, and it reminds me of the Judgment games, but man, oh man, it took me about 3 hours to finish the first chapter.
Wow, so this is going to be a long. Those games are quite long. Like I know Judgment is like a 25 to 30 hour game, and Lost Judgment's about the same.
Yeah,
the chapters in those games are 2+ hours. So and knowing them, there's probably 13 chapters in Gaiden.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't looked it up, but I wouldn't be surprised. But here's the thing, though, man. I mean, what makes it like 3 hours to finish a single chapter is because the cutscenes are so damn long. There's some really, really long cutscenes in this game. I mean, just like in the Judgment games and all the previous, Yakuza games. I mean, there are some really. I mean, there was one cutscene that I could swear it was almost like 20 minutes long. It's just like watching everything. I mean, you want to get the gist of the story and what's going on, and obviously Kiryu has a very, very long backstory, and so they kind of try to get into that just a little bit. But I mean, what he's doing now and all these government factions and agencies and stuff, and they have to explain everything, and so you're just sitting there, and he's sitting in the temple like you see him in the trailers, and this guy is like trying to explain everything to him, and it's almost like 20 minutes long, so Jeez. It's crazy. But the fighting style and everything's typical of the traditional Yakuza games, and I mean, Kiryu's Kiryu, but now he's called Joryu, okay, well, whatever, I've been playing that, and I actually did finish, and I played House of Ashes from Supermassive Games, the Dark Pictures anthology series, which is not very long, actually. I mean, it almost seems like an expansion to another game, to another one of their Dark Pictures anthology games. I mean, it only took me about 10 hours to finish.
Okay, it's 10 hours is still not a bad time length, and I know they usually, from quote me if I'm wrong, anyone here, but they don't price theirs like full price games. They're a little bit under full price. So
no, they're about 40, I think, $40 or something.
Yeah, and 10 hours is it. If it's a good 10-hour experience, I'm all good for that.
But you've played some of those games, right, Burley? You've played the Dark Pictures anthology, at least one of them, right?
Yeah, which I think
because the first one was they're from the makers of Until Dawn, but the first one was the one that was on the ship.
I know what one you're talking about. I think that's the one of the ones I have played. Yeah. Oh god. And
then there's Little Hope. Little Hope is another one, and now House of Ashes, and then there's the season finale, which will probably be coming to Game Pass at some point in the near future too. I mean, what's interesting is in the first couple of Dark Pictures anthology games, the caretaker, the guy that's in the library there, that's always giving you advice and stuff like that. he usually pops up like 3 or 4 or 5 times during the game, whereas in House of Ashes, he only pops up twice.
Okay.
You know, like at the very beginning, it's like, okay, introducing the story, here you go. And then like once in the middle of the game to assess like, okay, this is how you're doing. Okay, and report back to me when the game's over. I'm like, what? Usually, you know, you'd see him like 2 or 3 more times and he'd give you some extra hints, you know, or some clues or something like that as to how to progress in the story without losing any more of your, you know, companions. But no, it's just, and then at the end, he's like, oh, you did pretty well. You only lost 1 person, you know, so, you know,
only
like,
one
okay.
person died.
Yeah.
Try again to get the pure survivor route. And
exactly.
We've got Tweel and Fryman in. Welcome on in, both of you. Both
hey
awesome
guys.
patrons.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on in, guys. We appreciate it. And we're it's good to be back. So thanks so much for coming in. So, but yeah, I mean, so that's my update on games that I've been playing. How about you, Burley? This past week when I've been out of commission, what have you been working on in the gaming sphere?
Well, I finished up Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I beat the game, and I must say that it's such a great platformer. Like, I think it might even be my favorite 2D Mario game. Nintendo really knocked it out of the park with this one. Like, I must say, this is like, if you are a 2D platformer fan, I think you'll really, really enjoyed it. And like, I did do a review, an extra take. It is up on the channel. So we'd love to see people to check it out. And I'd love to get some feedback because we did this one a little different style than we normally do. This one was just me solo doing it. So I'd love to get some feedback because I will be doing Spider-Man once I finish Spider-Man 2. I will be doing it the same kind of style. And I'd love to get some feedback to help me craft that one.
Yeah, it was a great review, and please go and check it out. And just want to let you all know too that here on the YouTube channel, obviously we started our memberships. Now the extra take episodes that are going up, it also goes up to our Patreon in early access. These extra takes will also be going to the YouTube channel in early access for members. So it's kind of similar to the Patreon. So if you think about becoming a member here, you can get the extra takes in early access as well. So, but anyway, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. It's really cool. So it's a great review. Go and check it out. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. So in this episode, we're basically just going to be talking about the Golden Joystick Awards, the winners. And sometime today, we should be getting the nominees for the Game Awards. And that's what we will focus on tomorrow's show on the Tuesday edition of the Arena Productions Live. But today, we're going to be talking just about the Golden Joystick Awards winners. I usually each year, this doesn't kind of set the tone of what's going to happen in the Game Awards. Usually it's kind of, the winners are kind of different. I mean, maybe Ultimate Game of the Year or something might be similar to the Game Awards. We don't know, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of those. So let me go ahead and show the main image here. So I know, Burley, you were excited about the indie game winner, which obviously went to to Sea of Stars. So I mean, I saw that coming from a mile away. It's like I knew Sea of Stars was going to probably win indie game, and it's probably going to win best indie game at the Game Awards too.
It better. If it doesn't, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but I'll go ahead and throw up the list here, and then we'll just start talking about them here. So best storytelling. So the nominees, what was interesting, Baldur's Gate 3, The Cosmic Wheel, Sisterhood, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals, Paranorma Sight, The Seven Mysteries of Honjo, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And obviously Baldur's Gate 3 took the win there. But I mean, how great a storytelling is Baldur's Gate 3, Burley?
From the couple of hours I've played, it is really, really good. I like that. That is a game I feel bad I have not had the time to just put in, because it is a huge time sink of a game. But yeah, from what I've experienced, the few hours I've put in, the storytelling is very well done. And
if Baldur's Gate 3 was not in that list, if that game did not exist, I probably would have voted for Jedi Survivor. I mean, because I'm a big Star Wars fan, obviously. But
well, like some of these games I understand and some don't. Like I would have thought Sea of Stars or even Final Fantasy 16 would have been propped up into this category.
Yeah.
Like from what I've seen of Armored Core, and I'm not trying. From what I've heard of Armored Core and stuff, the storytelling's not bad per se in the game, kind of thing. Like it's more than a traditional. They're Souls-like games. They're Souls games, but I would say Sea of Stars or Final Fantasy 16 would be more inclined to be up there.
Okay, I sorry to cut you off, Burley. I just want to mention in the comments, Fryman, shout out to him, one of our patrons. Man of Medan. That was the name of the first Supermassive Dark Pictures anthology game. The one where you're on the boat, the ship and stuff like that. Man of Medan. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. It was like on that ghost ship, running around through there and stuff, in the Pacific. It was pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so next up, Still Playing Award went to No Man's Sky, and this was a pretty stacked lineup for the nominees to that. You had No Man's Sky, you had Genshin Impact, The Sims 4, Fortnite, Nautica, Blade Point, GTA Online, Warframe, Valorant, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, so Counter-Strike 2, Apex Legends, Dota 2, Call of Duty. So, I mean, all of these like multiplayer, FPSs, that, you have a huge streaming community on, especially Valorant, that was No Man's Sky. It kind of surprised me. What did you think, Burley?
Well, No Man's Sky doesn't surprise me because they keep adding content, but the one thing I was shocked with this list here, no Final Fantasy 14. Remember, that game won awards last year for its player base and all that. The Game
Don't
Awards.
Don't be surprised. Game Awards, it's going to show up.
It'll show up there. Yeah.
Best visual design, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. But that didn't surprise me. But they had a lot of different great games with great visual styles. It was that's a hard one to just easily pick.
Yeah. Studio of the Year. Here we go. Another Baldur's Gate one. Larian Studios.
Yeah.
Well,
they did a great job with Baldur's Gate 3, so it's not surprising.
Yeah, Larian Studios, Digital Eclipse, Nintendo EPD, Mimimi Games, Remedy, and CD Projekt Red. So I'm surprised Insomniac didn't get in there, but Spider-Man 2, yeah. So.
Well, we'll talk Insomniac as we get later down this list.
Yeah. Best game expansion, Cyberpunk and Phantom Liberty.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that? Yeah.
Not surprised, because I've heard good things about Phantom Liberty, and some of these DLCs, I'll be honest, I forgot came out this year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. Next up, best indie game. There you go. Sea of Stars.
Oh
yeah.
that one was a given. There were a lot of great indie games this year. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I thought Cocoon could have been a dark horse, but yeah, it was kind of late. I mean, the Sea of Stars had the momentum there. So.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's got the momentum going into the Game Awards too, I think. Yeah. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Best VR game, Horizon Call of the Mountain. Okay. I mean, if you got a PSVR 2, hey, there you go. And PSVR 2 was voted best gaming hardware.
That would surprise me. I thought it wasn't even for what they were showing for hardware. Like the Asus ROG Ally didn't even show up in there. I thought the ROG Ally would have came in there because it's their version of the Steam Deck, or even even though it was probably too late, the Lenovo Legion Go.
Right. Best multiplayer game, of course, went to Mortal Kombat 1. Obviously, you know, the kind of the remake of the first Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I mean, there were some, you know, Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, Remnant 2, Mortal Kombat 1, of course, and the one, and We Were Here Expeditions, the friendship. You know, Street Fighter 6, that I'm surprised that could have won, but it didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Best audio, Final Fantasy 16. Okay.
Yeah. That I'm not surprised. Like I thought Tears could have easily taken it, or even Hi-Fi Rush. But like the audio design in 16 was very well done.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. I'm glad to see Final Fantasy 16 get something here.
Yeah. Best game trailer. I mean, what's like having trailers for a category? Okay, but
that's something shouldn't be a category.
Yeah,
is my opinion, and like
me too. I agree.
Giving Cyberpunk that is like that's a little scary. Like I know this is for the DLC, but remember how much the original trailers of Cyberpunk sold you on something that wasn't exactly true.
Right.
So it's like we shouldn't be giving categories for this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or
streaming game, Valorant. Yeah, I can see that. That Valorant is huge. It's big. It's big out here in Japan among Japanese streamers also. Yeah, it's huge.
Big worldwide.
Oh yeah. Next up, best game community, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay.
Yeah, that one I'm like, I can guess. I would have thought Final Fantasy 14 would have won it, but whatever. It's all good.
Yep. Best gaming hardware, we talked about that. Breakthrough Award, Cocoon from Geometric Interactive. Yeah, so the Cocoon, that's a really cool indie. So I'm not surprised at that. Critics' Choice Award, Alan Wake 2.
Yeah.
So Burley, what do you think? I mean, we're gonna get the nominees today, but do you think Alan Wake 2 is gonna be in the Game of the Year category?
I'm sure it'll be nominated in there. Yeah.
Can it be nominated? Did it pass the timeline or the point where it could be considered for Game of the Year?
I think so.
Okay, so it could get put in.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, Critics' Choice Award. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, and Alan Wake is huge out in the UK as well. So I mean, a lot of gamers out there in the UK are big on Alan Wake. So Alan Wake 2, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, because the Golden Joystick Awards are UK based. Best lead performer, Ben Starr, Final Fantasy 16. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah. He did a great job. It's as I'm just been going through Spider-Man 2 and finishing that. It is a tough one because like both Yuri and Najee, the people that play Peter and Miles, did such a good job in Spider-Man 2. So this one's hard. This one's a hard category to pick. I think I'm happy for Ben Starr.
Yeah, and best supporting performer, Neil Newborn, Astarion of Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. There's so much with this character, and like you can get him in within like your first hour of the game.
Yeah,
one of the first side characters you meet that I forget if you have to recruit him or not, but he's such a great performance. Not surprising that he wins.
Okay, so now we get into the nitty gritty here. Nintendo Game of the Year. I mean, this was no surprise at all. Probably the least surprising of everything. Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
for Game of the Year. Okay, come on. It's like, yeah.
Now that was a given.
That was a given for sure. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't win the Ultimate Game of the Year, but yeah. Anyway, so PC Game of the Year. So Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. Xbox Game of the Year, Starfield. Yep, that was not a surprise. Yeah. So Yeah, Chance of Sonar, Hi-Fi Rush. A Hi-Fi Rush now, that could have been a possibility, but not with Starfield there. Yeah. No. Planet of Lana, Dead Space, come on, Dead Space, that's not a new game. So, and Pentiment. No. Pentiment was very good as well, but yeah, Starfield's the best of that. And PlayStation Game of the Year, here you go, Burley. I'm sure you're going to rant on this one, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, this PlayStation list insults me here. Like, okay, Final Fantasy 16, yes, that was PlayStation only.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4, multi-platform, great game and a great remake.
Yeah.
Not PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, but a remake, it's not a new game.
Exactly. But like, even if it was at least PlayStation exclusive, or like the Ultimate Edition with these extra things only on PlayStation,
right?
Then I can see it.
Right.
Street Fighter 6 multi-platform. Humanity. I can't remember if that's multi-platform or not. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest. Armored Core 6. That's multi-platform.
That's multi-platform. Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Like, they didn't put Spider-Man 2. There have been other smaller releases that came on PlayStation through the year they could have done. This just seemed like, okay, we want to give a nod to Resident Evil.
Yeah.
We've already given 2 things to play to Final Fantasy 16, so we can't give it to Final Fantasy 16. Like, I hate this giving it to a multi-platform game. Like, for Nintendo, they gave it to the Nintendo game that's only on Nintendo, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Xbox, yeah, Starfield was on both, but but it was on Xbox.
So I take it Spider-Man 2 missed the cut?
Either it missed the cut or they just didn't care. Like, golden joysticks has never been an award thing I've never been too highly into.
Yeah. I think it missed the cut for golden joysticks, I guess. Yeah. So
this just insults me.
Yeah, because I mean, like, even like Star Wars Jedi Survivor is multi-platform, so
this just seemed lazy to me, and they wanted to show off some of the bigger games.
Yeah.
In other areas, it's like, no, like Resident Evil. I will admit, I played it. It's great.
It's great, but is it better than Final Fantasy 16? No, I don't think so. I mean,
no. Well, if you're going by a PlayStation game, no.
Yeah. No, and
Final Fantasy 16. I got my DualSense right here.
Right, and Final Fantasy 16
it uses
is
the
a new
adaptive
game.
triggers. It uses the PS5 functionality.
Yeah. I mean, most people were playing Resident Evil 4 just for the VR mode, you know, if they have VR. But yeah. Okay, so most wanted game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Why does that not surprise me?
It's a huge game. We've got it coming in February. It's easy to. That was just an easy one, and for a lot of the stuff that's going up against, it's like, yeah, not surprising.
Yeah, I'm surprised Persona 3 Reload didn't win that one, because there's a huge, community for Persona out there. Honestly, I mean, there's so many games in this category. Mm-hmm. Just a ton of games. Death Stranding 2. Okay. If you want to be a postman again,
if you want to play a walking simulator.
Walking sim, yeah. Star Wars Outlaws. That's probably my most anticipated one. I'm really excited for that one. So, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay, yeah. So big community. Tekken 8. Okay. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Really? Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. If that game ever comes out, it's been delayed forever. Hades 2 Fable. Okay. Yeah. Hollow Knight.
Fable come.
Yeah. Fable's coming, but it might be a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being cheeky. Sorry.
Yeah. Everywhere. Okay. Frostpunk 2. No. Arc 2. No. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid, Delta. No. But it's got a big community. Persona 3 Reload. Now that's a big one. That's going to be huge. Bulwark, Falconeer Chronicles. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. If that game ever comes out. Yeah.
What? that one just was like, why would you put that there? I know people that are curious to play that game, but like, no one I know is like, oh, that's the game I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. Pacific Drive. Yeah. Okay. Black Myth Wukong. That's a pretty big game. It's especially for Dark Souls types of players. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. Okay. Yeah. Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin. Me personally, Star Wars Outlaws, but yeah, I would have thought Persona 3 Reload would have probably won that, but
Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is more known than Persona 3.
Okay, probably. Yeah, you're right.
I would.
And it's been around much longer, so that's.
Yeah, Final Fantasy. Yeah, and it's like if you're gonna ask someone what do they know, and with how well Remake did, with having the sequel there, it's easier market.
Right.
And then Ultimate Game of the Year was not a surprise.
Okay.
Well, like if you look at this list earlier as the awards we've been going, they've been giving Baldur's Gate. Only one thing for Tears of the Kingdom. It didn't surprise me. They were going to give the Baldur's.
Is that because this is the Golden Joystick Awards, though, and it's UK based?
Yeah,
I'm really starting to think it's a regional thing for this awards show.
I'm sure they're biased. Like I said, I'm not exactly, as we've been going through this list, I'm not exactly proud of some of their choices. Like the PlayStation category infuriates me because it just seems like they didn't even try.
Yeah. So Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Jedi Survivor, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, Baldur's Gate 3, Cocoon, Final Fantasy 16, Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Armored Core 6, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Street Fighter 6, Metroid Prime Remastered was in that list, Hi-Fi Rush, good for them, Dead Space, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Lords of the Fallen, Sea of Stars.
I'm glad to see Sea of Stars, but it's funny. They put Spider-Man 2 there, but won't put it for the PlayStation game list.
Yeah,
it just shows you how biased and bad this is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nominated for Ultimate Game of the Year award.
Right.
But can't be nominated for the platform it's on.
Yeah.
Does that make any freaking sense?
Yeah, well,
I'd love to hear from people in the comments or in the chat on this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trend that has gone on forever with the Golden Joystick Awards, especially. It's just I don't know, but so Baldur's Gate. So what do you think, Burley? Does this give it momentum going into the Game Awards? Do you think Baldur's Gate could win it?
Baldur's Gate has a chance to win. It's going to win some awards. Like it will win RPG of the Year. The only game that I think that has a chance of winning RPG of the Year is Sea of Stars, but I think it's going to go to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is going to get nominated and win some awards.
Yeah.
Whether it will win that Ultimate Game, like their Game of the Year, it's going to be close. I think Tears will win it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, don't say anything. Don't say anything yet, because next episode of the podcast on Saturday, we're going to be giving our predictions for the awards. So,
if you've listened to the show and watched it enough, you'll know what I mean. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, well, I've been saying Tears of the Kingdom since before it even came out, because it's that zeitgeist, and it's like everybody has their beloved game, and this year the beloved game is Zelda. So who knows? We shall see. But so anyway, those were the Golden Joystick Awards. So another year of the Golden Joystick Awards done, finished. So, but not too many big surprises though. I mean, a lot of them were pretty predictable. So But later today we should be getting the nominations for the Game Awards. So really excited to talk about that tomorrow in tomorrow's show. So,
that I can't wait to talk about and see what the nominations for every category, and then we can start chatting with you all, and we'd love to hear from you all.
Right.
What do you think for each category? Because we'd love to get people's ideas and feedback.
Burley, does the Game Awards have categories for like PlayStation? They don't have categories for PlayStation Game of the Year, Nintendo Game of the Year, Xbox Game of the Year, right?
God,
I don't think so.
I'm trying to remember.
It's like best like RPG,
Yeah, I think
best
it's best voice
indie
actor,
game,
supporting
voice actors, and then Game of the Year. So
yeah, I don't think they have best per console. If I'm mistaken,
yeah.
If I'm wrong, let me know.
Yeah, let us know if you know that. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to talking about it. So, yeah, I still haven't had a chance to play any of Baldur's Gate, but yeah, I'm kind of intrigued with how successful it's been. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah. So anyway, before we finish up, one more time, I'm just going to show you. Burley put up his, of course, review of Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Please go and check that out here on the channel. So, and it's also up on our Patreon, ad-free over there as well. So great stuff. So you can go and check that out. And of course, our Patreon, patreon.com/TheArenaProductions Productions, for all of our other content. Are the Marvelous Marvel Discussion Arena. We will be finishing up our Loki series review at some point here in the near future, as well as the Marvels. We'll do a review episode on the Marvels. I saw it this weekend. I won't say anything about it yet. I won't spoil it for any of you who haven't seen it yet. But yeah, please go and see it. So we'll be doing a review on it soon. And Star Wars Republic, our show about all things Star Wars, that show as well as Warp Factor 10, our show about all things Star Trek, and our fantasy shows. Of course, the actors' strike is now over, Burley. They came to an agreement. Thank goodness. It's about frickin' time. So hopefully it seems like we're going to be getting, on the fantasy side of things, House of the Dragon Season 2 is going to be coming probably in the summer, sometime late spring, early summer. So looking forward to that next year. And we got, on the Star Trek side of things, we got Discovery, the final season coming out. And then, with the strike over now, they can definitely start working on Strange New Worlds, the Season 3. Hopefully we'll get that next year as well. Probably we'll get it in the fall, hopefully. As well as Lower Deck Season 5, so excited for that as well. On the Star Wars side, we're getting Andor Season 2. Excited for that, as well as The Acolyte. So I'm really excited for The Acolyte as well. So yeah, so things are looking up now, Burley, since the strike ended.
Yeah, no, it's great that the strike has ended, and it's great for the actors so they can start working again and all that. And also now we can start getting some content, more shows and stuff can get back up and running. And not losing as many shows, because that was the thing. If it kept going on, we'd be losing a lot of these shows. Have the potential of leaving.
If the strike would have continued, we would have just had to start posting like speculative type of content, so but it's good that they're all coming back, and we'll be able to do coverage on all of them as well. So, and of course our podcast, The Arena Multi-Platform Gaming News Podcast, as well as our post show, which is exclusive to our Patreon, our Extra Takes, which Burley, our latest episode for Super Mario Brothers Wonder, those go up in early access to our Patreon, and they are ad-free. So you can go there and check out our Patreon, patreon.com/TheArenaProductions Productions. So please go and check out our content over there and consider supporting our content. And over on our YouTube channel here, we do have memberships. So that's another way of supporting and helping us and support our content, so that we can bring even more exciting and more awesome content to you here on the Arena Productions. So yeah. And all of you Twitch viewers on the Arena Productions Twitch channel, as well as my channel, expat_1, thank you so much for coming on in. Really appreciate you all as well. So thank you all that come and view our content here. And thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. And it's really great. One more time, I just want to say It's really great to be back. It's like Burley was saying, Bane kicked me in the back. So it was a difficult week last week. I didn't have a chance to do any content and stuff and to do the shows here. But my back's feeling better, so it's good to be back. And thank you so much for your support and all. So really appreciate it. So, alrighty. So Burley, that's going to do it for the Monday edition. Any last words?
Well, first of all, thank you everyone that has come. If you're either watching this live or watching on video demand, thank you very so much. We really do appreciate it. And like Expat said, it's great to be back. It's always a fun time doing this. Can't wait to, as we get more news through this week, can't wait to share our opinions and our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And see what we get this week.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I mean, we're gonna get the Game Awards, nominees. So we'll be talking about that on tomorrow's show, and then this weekend on the weekly podcast we do on Saturdays, we will be doing our predictions episode for that. So stay tuned for that as well. So we're really looking forward to doing that, and then a lot of big news about probably games coming out next year. We might get through this week. So, but I mean, it looks like for the remainder of this week and into the coming weeks, there's probably going to be a lot of news about the Game Awards and stuff like that. So we're really excited for that. So, alrighty. So the Arena Productions Live, weekdays, Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are back on Standard Time, and Burley was telling me how difficult it is for him every year to adjust from daylight time back to Standard Time, and then from Standard Time to daylight time. So
every year, twice a year, it screws up my sleep for the first 3 days.
Yeah,
well, for 3 nights of sleep on each time change, it screws me. I hate it.
Well, that's the thing, Burley. You need to move out here to Japan because we don't have time changes. So we just have the clock at the same all year round. So I hopefully that'll be a global thing at some point. Yeah, we shall see.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping. Please make that change. For the love of God, please make that change.
Yeah, so 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. GMT out in the UK. So out in the UK, that's GMT time now, and 9:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time, where I am here in Japan. So is when we record these episodes live for you Monday through Friday. So yeah, good stuff. All right, so that's gonna do it. So wish all of you a great day of gaming, a great day of watching all of your favorite content wherever it is. And we hope to catch you tomorrow for the Tuesday edition of the Arena Productions Live. So I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burleman Gaming. Take care, everyone, and have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.